Hey guys, Kevin here in Japan, and okay, so this is a video I've made before many times, but the thing is that, like, I know that the audience on my YouTube channel it's a fluid thing. So there's new people coming in, they haven't seen old videos. I don't have things organized very well on playlists and stuff ever since I'll call it my YouTube disaster of early 2014, where I had to take down my channel, and then once it came back up, playlists are all gone and this and that, and it was just, I don't have the time or the effort to. I should organize some playlists, definitely, but yeah, but I don't. So there you go. So nonetheless, I got the question, someone asking me about how can I get a teaching job in Japan? Nothing seems guaranteed, and nothing is guaranteed. The way you get a teaching job in Japan is the way you get a job anywhere else. You apply for positions and you hope you get them. So you go to a website like gaijinpot.com, and one thing you will notice with a lot of the jobs on gaijinpot.com, and that's really the biggest kind of hub for job searching here in Japan for teaching jobs, is that a lot of them you need to be in the country already in order to find a job, or or you need to have a visa already, a working visa. There are ways, of getting jobs without already having a visa. For example, you could get a job as an ALT. You could look at one of the big job ALT dispatch companies like Interac or Minerva. Now, those are definitely not by no means the best jobs, and some might argue they suck. But like the argument I've given before, it's a way to get here. It's a way to get a visa and to get to Japan. And then once you get to Japan, you can learn more about the job hunt and find a better position. There are large eikaiwas, or English language school chains like ECC, or what else are there? ECC. There's another one. The name is eluding me. There used to be more. ECC. What is that? Okay, but there's some big ones, and you'd see them advertised on Gaijin Pot. And often they'll interview in Canada or America, but you're going to have to travel to a different city probably to do the interview. And you traveling to a different city to interview shows how much you're interested in it. Now, of course, how are you going to get one of these jobs, these positions? Well, of course, you need your university degree. That's just a basic requirement. But you need to stand out from other applicants. You need to ideally have some teaching experience. And how can you get that if you're in America or Canada or New Zealand or Australia or wherever it may be? Well, maybe if you're in university right now, you can volunteer to teach ESL at the International School Center, at the International Center at your university. There's probably a lot of foreign students who are coming to your school if you go to a big school, and often they're pretty shy, maybe feel a bit intimidated to make native English-speaking friends. Maybe they feel their English isn't so good, so often what you'll find is if there's a group of Korean students, they tend to hang out with Koreans. If there's a group of different people from different countries, they tend to stick together. So maybe they have positions where you could volunteer to teach ESL. Maybe you could volunteer to kind of teach or be like a teaching aide or a volunteer at a local school, a local elementary school, a junior high school. You'll probably have to get a criminal background check in order to do that. In Canada, you definitely will have to get a criminal background check in order to be a volunteer in a school. Makes sense, good policy, I think. I had to get a criminal background check to even get into teachers college. So that's good experience, to have under your belt. Maybe you do a quick little TESOL certificate course. Maybe if you have the money and the time, you can do something like a CELTA course. Those are going to make you stand out from other applicants and make you look more desirable, more hireable, more marketable. So get on the job boards, and you know what? Hey, just get your resume together. Make sure your resume is really good. Make sure it's written well. Make sure it's proofread. In Japan, you are going to have a photograph. I've got an episode of the Just Japan podcast about finding work in Japan. It's all about gaijinpot.com and finding work in Japan. I'm going to put a link below. Go listen to that podcast episode, and you'll definitely get some advice about finding work in Japan. And that's it. I gotta go because there's a 4-year-old kid who's about to come in the room here and make a lot of noise. And yeah, so there you go. Check the links below, folks.